Welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English here. It looks like a miracle is happening in East Texas, and one man who has what some say would be a Herculean strength is all willing to bring it all to light.
While they weren't much good at actually finding or drilling for oil, they both possessed an unusual facility for convincing people that they could do just that.
Oil! I've never felt it so strong in all my life!
Widows were the mother's milk of the petroleum hustle.
Love is not time's fool.
And now that they had a well, it was time to hit every widow they could find in a 3-county radius.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Kevin Sorbo, Mr. Hercules himself. Hercules, how are you, man?
I'm great, man. I'm on the road promoting this movie. I'm in beautiful Kansas City right now. Make me see a little skyline behind me in my Marriott hotel, and I'm just on the road, and I appreciate you guys taking the time to help me promote this amazing family PG-rated movie that's based on a true story. So I hope people will check it out when it comes out next month.
Miracle in East Texas. What's it about? We have so much to talk to you about, so we want to talk about this movie first. What is this,
Sure.
the flick all about? Tell us about it.
It's a true story set in 1930s about two con men played by myself and John Ratzenberger, who you saw there on that little clip. And you heard the voice of Lou Gossett Jr. in the background there. Right. He narrates this thing. He does such a great job. These guys would go through Oklahoma and Texas in 1930, right in the heart of the Depression, wooing widows out of their money on fake oil wells. They would sell 500% of the shares, declare dry hole, move to the next town. Well, they get to Kilgore, Texas, and completely by accident, they strike oil, and it's the largest oil find in the history of the world. Wow. We've won 10 film festivals, everything from best romantic comedy to best faith movie to judges' favorite, audience favorite. It's a wonderful PG-rated movie. Comes out in theaters October 29th and 30th. It's a Fathom event. And if people know about Fathom, they help independent movies like ours get into theaters. And the only way we get more days that people support movies like this, like they did my movies on Soul Surfer and God's Not Dead. We need word of mouth to get these things out there. I don't have a $100 million advertising budget like Hollywood does for their Pirates of the Caribbean $300 million movies. So We need word of mouth. And if we fill these theaters up, then people will get more days. And right now, people can go to sorbostudios.com, sorbostudios.com. They can click the link that shows exactly, put in their zip code, shows where the theaters are showing in their neighborhood, and they can buy tickets right now. So we're hoping that we got to find a good family movie, because people all stop me and say, I love the movies, we wish we had more like it. Well, here it is, because Hollywood's not making them, as you know.
You said a family movie where, and you're seeing less and less of those in Hollywood where everybody could watch it. But this is a family movie in another sense, too, because your wife also co-stars in it, right? Y'all do a lot of projects together. Was this any different?
No, I mean, we met back in the Hercules years. I mean, Hercules for me was a great dating service as a single guy. We always had a pretty woman every 2 weeks we shot, but when she came down, it was all over for me. We've been married 25 years with 3 kids, and proof in the pudding that there's love at first sight. But she's brilliant. She's produces my movies with me, and I got 4 other ones in post-production right now, so I'm staying busy. And, it's just a great business partnership.
You want eyes on this film. Is there one thing in there that if people blink, they might miss it in this film that you definitely want them maybe to look out for?
Well, every movie I do, I always throw in a Hercules reference. So it's pretty funny when it happened about 3/4 of the way through. But I also tell people to stick around for the end, because we have an amazingly funny outtakes.
Oh, great.
John Ratzenberger was such a thrill to work with. Tyler Maine's in it for people in the WWF world. He was a big wrestler back in the 80s and 90s. He also plays Jason in the horror movies, and he's Sabretooth in X-Men. He did a fantastic job. And the local casting we got up there in Calgary, Canada, they were just fantastic.
Hey, since we talked about John Ratzenberger, we think of him as his character from Cheers. Was he, giving you trivia stuff, when the cameras were rolling the whole time? Is it really like that?
I actually met John. I did an episode of Cheers back in their last season, back in like 1991 or whatever it was. I had 2 lines in it. But John and I have done 2 movies together, and John is hilarious. But people also know him from Pixar. The kids know him from all the Pixar movies. He's the voice in every Pixar movie, from The Fish and Nemo, The Truck and Cars, The Pig and Toy Story. I mean, the guy is just great. But he was so easy to work with. And we did a movie called What If that I highly recommend from people. It's the same writers that did God's Not Dead. In my book, it's a better movie. So I got to give a plug for What If.
All right, I like that. Not only are you doing movies that many is set up and ready to go, but you got a book out. What's it all about? Tell us.
The book just came out. It's with Brave Books. Go to bravebooks.com. It's called The Test of Linehood. And my book is really about letting kids grow up to be kids. Let boys grow up as boys. Let them decide where they want to be in their lives as they get older. Hopefully they have a very strong family unit. They get a strong father to help them be strong kids growing into strong adults. And it's a great book. I hope people check it out. Bravebooks.com. It's a wonderful story. There's no bashing of any groups in there, with the craziness of our world. It's just, let kids be kids, because I think we're doing a lot of things through public education, through government, that we're confusing kids at young ages now. And to me, it's crazy. Let kids be kids.
Fox News, you did an article about that. Speaking of just that thing, are you getting a lot of slack from Hollywood because of this? I mean, you were on social media trending just this past week.
Well, I get slack from Hollywood all the time. They booted me out over 10 years ago. My manager and agent said, well, they couldn't work with me anymore because I'm a Christian and a conservative. And I had to laugh, because this is the industry that screams for tolerance and freedom of speech. But as I know, it's a one-way street, and the hypocrisy of Hollywood is just as bad as the hypocrisy in Washington, D.C. So I'm going to keep telling the truth. I realize truth is kryptonite to these people, but I know that most of the country's on my side, and they think the same way I do. And I'm here to wake up the silent majority, and I think that the word line is in the book from Brave Books, because we need to wake up the lions. We got to stop being afraid of being censored, because the truth is the only thing that really matters out there. Yeah. And we got to fight in our hands. We got a culture battle to win.
As comedians will agree with you too, you censor the way different viewpoints. You're only looking one way, and I appreciate what your comments are. The movie, it's called Miracle in East Texas. We'll have links on our website at dailyflashshow.com. You can check that out. And if you want more, of course, it'll be there. This interview and so much more. Our website, dailyflashshow.com. The movie is called Miracle in East Texas. Kevin Sorbo, always glad to have you here on the show. We'll have more Daily Flash coming up right after this. Don't you go anywhere, because we're going to have a lot more fun. You're watching this trending news and information.